Hey, sport fans, welcome back. Patrick Barrett here, creator of Driver Ed in a Box, of course, and your favorite driver education guru. So what have we got for you today? Well, we got a few comments from a couple of our clients here that we're going to give you a little feedback on. They gave us the feedback, and they're worth revealing. Here, one of our students writes to us, she lives in Seabrook, Texas. She says, I feel confident in my ability to be an independent driver after working through all the material. The in-vehicle training covered more in 6 months than most of my friends have learned with 2 years of driving. Now, that's a pretty significant comment. That means that this new driver, was aware of what their friends had learned. Because, a lot of times that's what you do. Talk with your friends. What are you picking up here? How are you doing that? And obviously when they drive, it's pretty obvious what they've learned and what they haven't learned. And that she was astute enough to realize that in a very short period of time, she had learned more in that period of time than they had in a couple years. Okay, so it's really beneficial to go through this process. That's the benefit of having a structured process and following our approach. She goes on to write, it built confidence and helped me have a better understanding of how to react to multiple traffic conditions and how to be aware of my surroundings. The SMOG, the SMOG sequence, and 3-second rule have been two of the most helpful rules to drive by in heavy traffic. While there is always a risk in driving, I feel that through Driver's Ed in a Box, I've learned the tools to be a collision-free driver, and that is what I always strive to be. Well, thanks a lot. We sure appreciate that. And remember, those things are very critical. The sequence for making a lane change, signal mirror over the shoulder to go, the SMOG sequence, and maintaining that 3-second or more following distance so that you always have that extra cushion in front. Remember, that's the one that gives you the most control. Now, this one comes to us from Elise Norcross in Arlington, Texas. And she's one of our students, and she wrote to us that the parking lot section was what she considered the most helpful. It helped to hear it explained because I had never been in a car before. This is interesting. Elise went on to write about how great the information was, how you really felt it's going to help her become a collision-free driver. But the point was that 30 to 40 years ago, people had a lot of driving experience before they took driver education. Nowadays, that's not the case. Most beginning drivers are in fact true beginners. They've had very little. In fact, this may be their very first time behind the wheel. And with all the other distractions they've had, all the electronics in this world, all the multiple things they try to do at one time, it's not the same when they get in there behind the wheel. And they are going to be a little more afraid, and actually they're going to need a little more time to get up to where they have mastery of those manipulative skills. And so it's very critical that in that first stage that you spend whatever time you need in the parking lot. Be patient. It's good. You never want to rush it. And that's what she really comments about, how helpful it was to be able to start in there and have everything explained to her and then go ahead and practice it. So remember, do the demonstrations that we've given you and then let them go through that. Feel free to stop at any time, get out of the car, and explain what those demonstrations are for so that they truly understand where their target is, what that void area is, and why they have to look up ahead. Okay, once again, this is Patrick Barrett telling you, remember, when you practice like your life depends on it, because it does. And be sure you subscribe to our channel. If you need any additional help, you can go to www.driveredinabox.com, access one of our resources, make sure you get whatever you need to help your teen become a collision-free driver. Again, Patrick Barrett signing off, saying bye now.